From the Athens Tech Studios, this is the Athens News Podcast. Local news you can use about Athens and Clark County, all in 7 minutes. And now, here are your top stories.
Hello and welcome to the Athens News Podcast. I'm Melissa Carter. The SEC Championship is staying in Georgia a while, and UGA is represented in the latest Apple commercial. But first, here are your top stories brought to you by Drake Realty. A final farewell in Plains as close friends and family gather to lay former First Lady Rosalynn Carter to rest. The funeral held in the couple's hometown brought an unexpected touch that adorned attendees, the wearing of leis. So why leis if you watch the funeral? Well, it was a nod to the Carters' time in Hawaii during President Jimmy Carter's naval career. Mrs. Carter even won a hula dancing contest while living there. The funeral concluded a 3-day tribute to Carter, whose grave is within view of the front porch of the home where Jimmy Carter still lives. This from Fox 5. The search for a man wanted in connection with a fatal wreck 9 months ago has taken a new turn. The U.S. Marshal's Office in Macon has now taken charge of the case. The suspect, Cesar Macias, remains at large after the traffic incident that claimed the life of 23-year-old University of Georgia doctoral student Beth Buchanan. Macias is also wanted on charges of vehicular homicide, drunk driving, and driving on the wrong side of the road. The fatal crash occurred at 3 a.m. in Winder as Macias, allegedly speeding with a malfunctioning headlight, collided head-on with Buchanan's car. Beth Buchanan lost her life and her mother Julie sustained life-threatening injuries. This from the Athens Banner-Herald. Due to bad weather this weekend, the Beechwood Holiday Market is rescheduled for December 15th from 6 to 9 at the Beechwood Shopping Center on 196 Alps Road. In addition to food trucks, hay rides, s'mores, and a chance to meet Santa Claus, the Beechwood Holiday Market is scheduled to feature a free screening of The Polar Express. Attendees are welcome to bring blankets and chairs, and admission is free. This from the Athens Banner-Herald.
It pays to know your doctor. It pays to know your lawyer. And now more than ever, it pays to know your local real estate professional. Hi, I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty, and we have 7 offices in the metro Atlanta area, including 2 right here in Cobb County and 1 at Lake Oconee. I'm the proud leader of over 700 agents here in Georgia, and we pride ourselves in professional service, whether you are the buyer or the seller. Drake Realty makes the home buying process seamless from contract to close. Our agents are a little different. They're not pushing for the quick sale and close. They are pushing for the best price and terms for their client. In other words, Drake Realty fights for you. Now's the time to buy that dream home, vacation home, or new home your family deserves. A lot of real estate agents talk big. Let my team at Drake Realty prove they will fight for you. I'm Jeffrey Drake, and I'd be honored to have my team serve you. Visit us online at drakerealty.com. And remember, it's not how quick you sell or buy, it's what the deal provides for your future.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. At Athens Technical College, their programs can connect you with in-demand and high-paying careers.
I graduated from Athens Tech in May and started my job 2 weeks later. I had the job before I left, thanks to my professor, and just focusing on growing a career.
As far as Athens Tech, I think I've been a member of the advisory panel for 10 years now, and it's been an awesome experience.
I'm currently going to Athens Tech. I started out as an accounting major. I've finished all my accounting classes and then switched over to the culinary and baking program.
My name is Alex Lang. I'm an electromechanical engineering student. This is my second year at Athens Tech, and I graduate in December. The long-term goal is to work for the railroad, whether that be Norfolk Southern or CSX.
Achieve more with Athens Tech. Find out more at athenstech.edu.
From the Athens Clark County Facebook page, in a recent arrest, police seized an illegal machine gun tied to a carjacking 2 years ago. 18-year-old Demetrius Collins was apprehended on November 22nd at Parkview Homes, West Broad Street. A search revealed 4 guns, including a 9mm pistol converted to a fully automatic firearm, and another shocking discovery, an M&P 15 assault-type rifle with a 40-round magazine. J. Beast, 1903, said, "Well, there is that elephant in the room again." Common Sense responded, "No doubt that stricter gun control laws would have prevented this repeat offender from possessing such a fine collection." And that girl sarcastically offered, "There's no way someone out of bond in Athens committed another crime." The agonizing wait continues for Ron Sur, a UGA third-year student, as his family grapples with the kidnapping crisis in Israel. After more than 50 days, Hamas released two of his cousins, 12-year-old Erez and 16-year-old Sahar Calderon, but their father, Afur, remains in custody. Sur expresses a bittersweet emotion, cautioning that many families still endure this ordeal. As the ceasefire deadline looms, concerns grow for those yet to be released. This from WSB. Meanwhile, UGA Students for Justice in Palestine rallied by the Arch in downtown Athens last week for the International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people. Students for Justice in Palestine, joined by Students for Socialism at UGA and UGA Young Democratic Socialist, aim to end U.S. aid to Israel. Conflicting voices clashed at City Hall, prompting police intervention. This from the Red and Black. Philadelphia Eagle and former UGA standout Jordan Davis is making headlines for more than just his prowess on the football field. A video of the 6'6", 336-pound defensive lineman singing "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" has gone viral on the NFL's TikTok page. Known for his gentle giant personality, Davis showcased his vocal talents in a studio alongside a teammate. Fans are now wondering if a Christmas album might be in the future for this multi-talented player. And speaking of the Bulldogs, they take on, of course, the Alabama Crimson Tide this afternoon in the SEC Championship at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Kickoff is at 4 o'clock. Meanwhile, the SEC Championship game is not leaving Atlanta anytime soon. SEC officials and Mercedes-Benz Stadium announced last week that Atlanta will host the game through at least 2031. The previous contract was set to expire in 2026. This from 11 Alive and WSB. And did you catch the latest Apple commercial featuring a UGA cameo? In the 15-second spot titled "Discovering a Planet on Mac," UGA physics and astronomy doctoral student Jason Terry takes the spotlight. The commercial was released on November 9th, and it showcases Terry logging in and coding on his Mac. The screen lights up with a notification about an interview with UGA Today and Astronomy.com. The headline on UGA Today reads, "UGA researchers discover new planet outside solar system," featuring a study co-authored by Terry. The commercial wraps up with the catchy tune "All I Do Is Work" by Curtis Perry, leaving us with the slogan, "Great work happens on Mac." This from the Athens Banner-Herald.
Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast. Make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. All rights reserved.
This podcast aggregate content from other sources for informational purposes and is in no way trying to infringe on the copyrights or businesses of any other entities. All content posted up on the site is used under the Fair Use Copyright Law 107. All audio, media, and articles are copyrighted to the original owners. All audio on this podcast are embedded from YouTube.com and are owned by their respective copyright owners. No audio information are copyrighted or stored on our servers. The court ruled that linking or embedding copyrighted videos is not copyright infringement, even if the source video was uploaded without permission. However, we will gladly remove any audio clip upon valid request from respective copyright owners. Any owners also have the option to disable embedding his YouTube videos on other websites. News and press articles are owned by the respective copyright owners. Where possible, the appropriate accreditation or source of the article is given on the same page. The audio-video files on the site are for listening purposes only. Downloading of these files to one's computer is strictly prohibited. They are owned by the respective copyright owners. If it is in the organization's belief that the usage or specific content used on our site containing copyrighted knowledge conflicts with authorized use and/or does not comply with fair use as described in the context, contact us through our contact page and we will remove the offending content immediately. Thanks for listening to the Athens News Podcast.